Hello! Today I want to show you a bit on surface crochet, and it's something that I used on my newest pattern, the Tati Crop top, and maybe also in some future patterns, because I just really like this technique. So this is what we are going to make. It's just going in different directions, so I will show you where to insert your hook and how to switch directions. So hopefully you can make the same. So I made a swatch in half double crochet of 25 stitches in 18 rows to show you where you need to insert. So this is my row number 1, so these are the chains, and this is the first row. So here you see this V, and that is the base of a stitch. So when I made this stitch, I inserted in this chain. So that's also the point where I would insert my hook for the surface slip stitch. And to see where I then would go, this is the stitch of the second row that I made in this stitch, as you can see. So this is the top of the half double crochet, and here you see another V. So this is the point where I would go to if I would go to the right of my work. So I would start here, and then I would insert here. And then this is the stitch that is made in this stitch. As you can see again, also at the V's at this point. So this way, as you can see, I started here, and I went here, up to here. So there is a diagonal line going to the right. When I want to go to the left, I just have to go one stitch to the left. So I started here. When I go to the right, I would go here to this V in the second row, the half double crochet that I made in this half double crochet. But when I want to go to the left, I just go to the half double crochet to the left of that one. So I will start here, yeah, and then go to the left to this one. Then again, I see the stitch that is made in this half double crochet. So here again the V, and this is the loop of the half double crochet that I made the stitch of the third row in, and then I go to the left, so this point. So let me now look back. This is where I started. When I want to go to the left, I go up and to the left. So up, not to the right, but to the left. And then you see that there's a diagonal line going to the left. So that's the line that I would follow up to the left. Up to the left. So now let's just try. So I start with one loop on my hook. This is the beginning. This part will go under my work. Like this. Yeah. So I want to start here in this stitch. So I insert to the back. Let's have a look. Yeah. And I pick up my yarn, pull it up to the front. Oh, wait. Sorry, sometimes I'm not that handy. Yeah, so I took it up to the front and then I make a slip stitch. So that's my first stitch. I want a diagonal line going to the right. So this is my first stitch and my first slip stitch. I'm going to pull out to show you. So this is the first. Now I want to go to the right, so I'm not going to that one but to this one, the stitch that was made in this half double crochet. So I will pick up my loop, I will insert in this stitch, again going to the back. Yep. Yeah, going to the back. I'm just picking up my yarn, going back to the front, and pull that loop through. Oh wait, the loop on my hook. Oh, sorry, that went out of focus a bit. And remember not to pull this too tight because your work will stretch. So always make sure that it's just tight enough that it will make a nice line. And that's the art, not to make it too tight or too loose, but that's just practice. Okay, sorry. Next stitch. I again want to go to the right. So this is my stitch where I ended. I want to go up in the same stitch. So this is the stitch of the third row that was made in the stitch where I just inserted. So I'm going to insert in this one. Yeah. Pick up my yarn from the back. And pull it through my loop. Pull it a little tighter. Yeah. Okay, next stitch. I still want to go to the right, so I'm going over here. So this is my stitch, the V shape as you see. And this is the next stitch, that the half double crochet that I made in this half double crochet. So I'm going to insert just under, just at the same point that I made this half double crochet in. Going to the back. And then when you're getting handy, you don't have to turn your work anymore to the back. You will just pick up your yarn, pull it through the loop on your hook. So again, I'm going to the right to here. So again, I'm going to the right. So this is my stitch. I'm going to the right. So this is my next stitch. Oh. In here. Pull up my loop again. Okay, so now you can see that my line is a diagonal line to the right. When I want a diagonal line to the left, I just need to follow the stitches as I just told you. So this is the stitch where I inserted. So when I wanted to go to the right, I would insert. Wait, I want to just, yeah. I would insert here, but now I want to go to the left. So this is the stitch that was made This is the stitch that was made in this half double crochet, but now I'm going to the left, so I'm going to just one stitch to the left and then insert at that point. Pick up my yarn, okay, just like that. So this one is a bit loose, so I'm just going to tighten it a little bit more. Yeah, okay. Next one, also to the left. This is the stitch that I ended. This is the half double crochet that was made in this stitch. I want to go to the left, so I take the one to the left of that. Go up and pull through. Again. This is the one going to the right. This is the one going to the left of this one. So in here, pull up, pull through. So one more time to the left and up. So this is to the right, this is to the left. I'm going to insert just at the same point of the base of the half double crochet. Pull up and pull through. So now let's see. You see that I have a diagonal line to the right and then to the left. For some parts in my work, I also turn at this point. So let's do that. Let's turn around and work back. So I'm just going to take out my hook so that I can show you better. This is where I ended, so that's this stitch. And now I have to go down, and there's only one way I can go to, and that's to this stitch in the base. So that's this point here and not here. This is the wrong point. Always just below the stitch. So here. So let's do that. Wait. So I'm going here. So I'm just going to insert at this point. As you can see that this is the V shaped stitch. So here. Yep. Pulling up, pulling through. So now again we have two options. We can either go to this stitch or this stitch. But I want to go to the right, so I go to this one over here, as you can see. This is going to the right, that is going to the left. Yeah, so always in the base of the stitch. So in here, yep, pulling up and pulling through. And again, this is to the left, that is to the right of where I ended. Going to the right, yeah. And I just like to hold my piece like this, because now I can just continue in the same direction. You can really obviously see that this one is in line with my lines. I'm going to here. So now I'm at the same point where I went to the, what was it, left over here, yeah. I'm going to the right, but now I want to make a zigzag down, so I'm going to turn again. And I want to go back in the same direction as this one, so to the left. So then my first stitch is the only option is this one. Yeah, so then again this is, so not this one, over here, just next to that. I'm going to insert here. I'm pulling through. Don't do this too tight. Huh? Now I have two options again. Wait, and let's stretch it out a bit. When I would choose this one, as you can see, this is the same diagonal line as this line, only one stitch to the left. But that's not what I want. I want a diagonal line going to the left, so I need this stitch over here. So again, we'll insert here. Pulling it up, pulling through, and again going to the left, not the right. This is the right, that is going to the left. Oh, sorry. To the left. Pull up, pull through. Going to the left. Or am I already there yet? No, not yet. I need one more. So that would be this one. Yep. So now I'm at the same point again, and I will turn to make a nice zigzag. So now I'm at the same point as here, so I'm going to work to the right again. So this one over here is my only option to go to. Oh, wait. This one over here. So let's insert there. Pull up. Now I have again two options to go to. This is going to the left, but I'm going to the right, so over here. Yep. And so again, I have two options to go to from here. Just going to take this one out for a moment. This one or this one. I need to go to the right. So always in the base. So here, not in between stitches. This is in between stitches. This is the base of the stitch. I'm going to go into my diagonal line again, in here, pull up, pull through, to the right, pull up, pull through. So now let's just have a look. Now I made a nice zigzag. So here you see that I just made this one a little bit too tight, you see it, and then it just takes my stitch a bit like this. So the art is just to make this not that tight. So more like this one. And then you get nice corners. You see? So now I want to show you how I finish this off. So I'm just going to cut my back yarn, leave a bit like this. Yeah. When this would be my last stitch, I would just pull this one through. So now I have 1, piece of yarn over here on the right side of my work. I'm just going to add a needle. So now I'm going through the same space as where I went through with my last stitch, going to the back. So this will be the right side of my work. This is the wrong side. And you see that I have a nice stitching on this side. And now I will hide my ends just at the back. I always do it like this, just going back and forth. So, and now you can cut this piece. And then this is my nice drawing. A piece that I wanted to show you, and hopefully you now learned a bit more on how to do surface crochet. It just takes a bit of practice. So maybe it's nice to just first make this piece as a practice and make whatever drawing that you want. Just try and go into different directions and make straight lines like this. And I think then you will be ready to try any pattern of mine that involves surface crochet. So thank you very much for watching this video, and yeah, maybe see you next time.